going to start recording. Welcome to the team call. This is the last team call before Christmas. I can hardly believe it. I think we're all in shock. Certainly in the UK, we're all moving into tiered systems. A lot of us are in tier 4. A lot of us aren't seeing the family we'd hoped to see. And I know we are all feeling sort of doubly deflated. This time of the year, I think we're all running low on energy. That's typical. And of course, we have had the battle of Corona to deal with as well. So I just want to say, like, guys, if you feel burnt out, if you feel knackered, if you feel like you've lost focus, if you feel like the world's ending, you know, it wouldn't surprise me. Okay. So number one, like, just stop giving yourself a hard time. And I would just say, with that knowledge, just know that you're not alone, but also that as coaches, we really honestly, hand on heart, have the absolute best job in the world with that in mind, because it is our responsibility as coaches to be able to pave the way for people, to be able to show them that no matter what happens, that they've got this, that they can do this, that they can focus on their body and mind and really make their way through it. And it doesn't mean that everybody's going to come through this unscathed. That's not real. But I think if we can be that light, as I've said before, the previous couple of calls as well, if we're the light right now, even if, you know, your light's not shining as much as it usually would be because you're burnt out and you're tired and it's the end of the year, if you are showing up and you are showing that you're still focusing on bettering yourself, I can promise you that come the new year, if not before the new year, people are going to want to join you, okay? We are moving through a period of uncertainty. Uncertain markets bring uncertain businesses, okay? In terms of the numbers that we do, they're going to be less consistent. People are going to be less reliable. People are going to be more flaky. People are going to be less committed to their fitness journeys. People are going to be committed to their fitness journeys, and then they're going to fall off them. And I just want to share that as a collective. That is the environment we're operating in, okay? It's nothing reflective of you. That's just the environment we're working in, okay? And the people that do the best and really serve their community the best are going to be the people who, despite this, which is the ups and downs, can remain as level as possible. And this was something that I shared with a couple, Joe and Charlotte, actually, my diamond coaches, earlier on this week, just saying that really is the ultimate, okay? With what we do, if we can remain as level as possible despite this, we become incredibly trustworthy, okay, and incredibly honest with our journeys. People want to join us because they know no matter what this world is doing, we are still going to be there for them. And I want you to think about that with your mindset when maybe you're having a shit day and you can maybe be quite what's the word, finite or final about a situation, you know, quite flippant, like, oh, you know, just, you know, this is really rubbish, blah, 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 which I know is like, typically we are all wired with a negative mindset. That's the way we're wired, because when we were cavemen, we had to be, because we had to live in fear, because we actually had to protect our lives from predators, okay? But I want you to be aware of that, and that actually that isn't the world we live in now. And that if we have those finite thoughts, it's our responsibility as coaches to own that, okay? So probably in this period, without question, you should be doubling down on your PD and your meditation, okay? I will just 100% say that. I'm not immune to it. I felt it too, okay? I lead the team. I would be completely, wrong and inhuman if I didn't also feel it too, okay? So we're all tired, but it doesn't mean that we can't help just as many people. We can't make just as much of an impact, if not more, right? The gyms may or may not open, okay? They really may or may not open. I think we're heading for another lockdown, and that really is the perfect storm for us with Control Freak, right? Control Freak is a program that they were thinking about launching a year ago. They had no idea the pandemic was going to hit. And it was actually somebody completely aside from this group that said to me when she enrolled, gosh, it really feels like the perfect program for this season that we're all in. And she's absolutely right. If we can't really help people improve their lives with a program like Control Freak in a period of our lives where we feel like we have less control than we've ever had, I don't know what program could be better, okay? So lean the F into Control Freak, show up. I promise you, people who've been on the fence are gonna just tip over the line, okay? After Christmas, they're gonna keep tipping over the line. You show up, you share your passion, they're gonna tip over the line, I promise you. Okay, so I'm just gonna share my screen. So I'm really, really excited for this team call. I'm going to use a strategy actually that was shared in Ollie Ollerton's book called Battle Ready, which I'm going to come on to in a second. But he is really good at giving you like clear, easy strategies for implementing things in your business, no matter what business it is, but also your mind and your morning routine. So if you haven't heard of his book or seen it, it's completely different to Ant's books, but also equally incredible in my opinion. So noteworthy items, obviously Control Freak has launched. The customer launch actually starts tomorrow. I've had somebody who has contacted me that was a previous customer from like 2 years ago. She's fallen off. She's come back after a baby. She was in my bod groups and she said, Izzy, actually I'm going to enroll with Control Freak tomorrow. Okay, so make sure anyone that's fallen off or isn't doing this anymore, that didn't want to switch to a coach for whatever reason, often people just don't trust it, let them know that they can get in with the customer option as of tomorrow onwards. Okay. There's the Vimeo sample workout. I've been through this last week, but essentially that's what I've been doing for people who may or may not want to join, just making sure they know there's a sample workout, getting their emails so that I can add them to an email list for my kind of growing newsletter. And as you guys become more experienced, that's going to be something you want, a bank of emails that just makes your business so much easier than sending that sample workout to them on email. Okay. So moving on, Coach Summit. Now, I still have no further news on this. I'm really hoping that it goes ahead. Obviously, in the UK, we apparently have a more, they've recognized a change in the strain. It's more serious. It's making people more ill. It's more contagious. I suspect that's the same across the globe. So this vaccination, obviously, for the whole of us as a globe is so fundamental to our lives, and also this Coach Summit happening. So I can't comment on it, but I'm hoping that, albeit that's not until July, that it will be going ahead. And look at the great long list of people that we have going. And again, guys, if you're a new coach, this is a reason why you want to be a success starter, hitting Success Club 3 of your first 6 months so that you get this ticket for free. That really should be your goal, right? That was my only goal as a new coach. It was just, I'm going to help 3 people each month and I'm going to get my free summit ticket. And there's no negotiation on that. That was really, even if I didn't complete my tracker, that was just what I was going to do. And I did, because I was bloody minded about it. It was going to happen, and it did. So this is a book I was just talking about, and it's actually what we're going to do in a like action session for this team call. And honestly, guys, if you really struggle with like structuring your morning, or like, how do I goal set, or what's my vision, how do I work out what I want for my life, he has like, I don't know, I'm up to like task 15. There are tasks that he actually gets you to do at the end of each section. And honestly, it's amazing. He just makes it so clear and easy, and it's just not complicated, which I think we could all do with less complication in our lives. So it's just such a good book. The start, I'll be honest, I found like the first chapter, 2 chapters, I was a bit like, am I going to really feel this book or not? And actually now I love it. So just to warn you if you start that book. So the coach of the week is Gemma this week. Super, super proud of her. She literally is a full-time teacher, shows up consistently every single day. Her stories are always full. She's always showing up for her workout. She's always sharing her superfood. She's always sharing everything in the boot camp. She's always messaging me to tell me X, Y, I've got this person, I've got that person, I've asked this person, I've asked that person. And she's very, very present, and she does a post every day. And I can promise you, there is no secret sauce as to who will be successful, other than making sure you're consistent, that you believe you can do it, and that you invite people every day. And Gemma has also just become a brand new Emerald coach. So she's joining our Level Up mentorship. One of the calls is tomorrow. So unbelievable work there, Gemma. Also, she's very good at sharing her tracker, as we can see. So tracker, Gemma, Laura, Claire, Elaine, Francesca, Charlotte, Sarah, and Joe. And well done to Francesca, who is the winner this week. So just message me and let me know what vouchers you'd like, Francesca. Also, Claire, I messaged you. You've said what vouchers you want. If you can ping me your email, I'll get those sorted as well, because she was last week's winner. And remember, guys, if we are doing this tracker, even in the hard season, which is now, because we have like Christmas coming and we've got more stuff to do each day, and particularly if we've got kids and a roast dinner to think about, it's going to be harder to do your tracker. But I promise you, in this season, if we are completing our tracker, it is going to pay off 1 million fold. There is no secret sauce to this business other than doing those consistent daily tasks on the tracker, every single one of them, calling yourself out on your BS as to why you didn't have time to do it, because ultimately we all have time. It just comes down to how badly we want it, and just making sure that you've got your personal development heads on as well, so that your mindset is in the right place in respect of the tracker. So December, I'm super proud of you guys. We are the 20th of the month. I can't remember whether is it 30 or it's 31 days in December. We've got 11 days to go. And as I said, like, if you haven't been on these calls, please don't sweat it. If you're not where you would usually be for Success Club in December, please take it as no surprise that we've moved into like all these restrictions again. Christmas situation, coronavirus, and ultimately on a regular December, most people are going to enroll after Christmas anyway. So please do not let it bear reflection on whether or not you can do this, okay? If you let it bear reflection on whether or not you can do this, I can promise you, you won't do anything all month because your mindset will have said, you know what, I can't do this, it's too hard, okay? People are going to be making decisions from Boxing Day onwards, and you need to have all lights on. You need to be sharing the opportunity, you need to be sharing Control Freak, you need to be on your stories, you need to be in your posts. And guys, if you guys are wondering why I didn't post 6 days last week, it's because I did a reel, I did which outfit, black or red, and I replied to all of the comments, and there were 100 comments, and Instagram banned me. And then when I did a post, it banned my caption, okay? So I freaked out and just went cold on Instagram. So if you're wondering why I wasn't consistent last week, that was why. Because you know me, like, I will always post every single day. I stand by that. That is your business and shop front. Don't forget that. So well done to Sarah Jackson, who hit Success Club, I think, in her first week. So well done, Sarah. Success Club started for month 2. Francesca and Gemma, new Emerald coaches in at SC4. They just need to help one more person. They're both going to be Success starter for month 1, which is awesome. And Charlotte in at SC4. I know she's, you know, I'll be honest, and I'm, you know, she may want to unmute herself and share, but, you know, she's had a tricky time. She's been come back from working, I don't even know how many shifts it was. I think it was like 2-week shifts back to back, finding her feet, finding it difficult, you know, looking for something else within the nursing field because she's not happy with what she's doing, literally throwing it all at the wall, trusting the process, trusting the process, trusting the process. And then all of a sudden 2 people enrolled. And that, guys, is how this business works, okay? Sometimes I'll turn around to Guy and go, what the heck is going wrong? Like, I'm doing everything normally and nothing's sticking. And you might look at this number and think, well, I don't know what you're worrying about. But literally until like 4 days ago, I was nowhere near where I would be in terms of the number of people's lives that I would have changed. Okay. So I just stayed consistent and continued to trust the process as the business owner that I am. And this is why the mindset piece is so fundamental, guys. If we boil down our business to being Success Club, being a reflection of who we are and where we are going to slide down a slippery slope. So it really is about pouring into you, about enjoying the process, about genuinely wanting to help transform people's lives and not making it a number, and sharing that passionately and coming back to why you love what we do. The rest will follow, but you have to trust the process and enjoy it instead of going into that scarcity mindset of, oh my goodness, no one wants to join me. Oh my gosh, I've obviously lost the plot, you know, blah, 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 which we've all been there. But I just want to share that. And well done to Laura, who helped a boot camper get started with Breakaway. Charlotte, do you want to share anything on that?
Just that, like, keep showing up, guys. Like, it doesn't, honestly, one of the girls who I enrolled messaged me saying, I can't believe it was 6 months ago we last spoke, spoke properly. Like, I'd invited her a couple of times since then, and then it was 6 months since she last messaged me. It's building trust, especially with Control Freak. It's the most expensive challenge pack that we're selling. They need to trust you, and I am in a bad place in my work at the minute, and I'm just using this community and this fitness platform and my girls in my fitness community to lean into, because I'm really, like, my job is awful. It's really, really bad. And then I've come out of them shifts and been like, right, I'm going in on Control Freak. I know it's good. I know it's value for money. And then 2 girls have enrolled with me in a day. Like, so just keep going, do what you're doing, have faith that what we have is good, because it is. I used to go to the gym and swear by the gym, and now we've got this cable pulley system. It's just absolutely blown it out the water. So just have faith and just keep showing up. Don't not show up, not for yourself, but for everybody else who's sitting on the fence as well. Just keep going, even when it's hard. You'll feel better for it, and then it'll pay off. Honestly, trust us.
Yeah. And your faith in your ability and what we have to offer, and your passion for what we do, is ultimately going to determine this, particularly at times like this. Like, I want to be honest here and say that a lot of these Success Club points have come from previous customers who wanted to get the early access and needed Shakeology or the performance line. Okay, so I flipped old customers into coaches with the performance line, which has given me Success Club points. Okay, and again, don't compare apples with pears. I've been in the business almost 3 years. This is the kind of place you reach when you've built these relationships, you've built groups, you've done groups with them before. They know who you are. They know you show up. They know you're consistent AF. They know your groups. And so therefore, when you have something new going on, they all jump on, even if they've fallen off. And so this is what you're building, guys, a business that is going to serve you for the rest of your coach career. And I want to be honest, it gets easier, but you're not going to reach this place until you've done that hard grind. Okay. And not to say that I don't, I don't work hard with my follow-ups and invites and connecting with people, because I do. Well done to Sarah, who is a success starter for month 2. I'm super proud of her. She's literally, I think, almost over halfway to diamond. She's got 3 coaches on each leg. Absolute rock star. And talk about a girl with a why. Sarah is the breadwinner in her family, and I'm sure she won't mind me sharing, but she said, like, I can't do this financial advisor's role any longer. Like, I know what it's going to be like with my little boys. And so I have to be able to go part-time with that in September next year. So coaching has to be the income that it needs to be so that I can do that. And that is a source of inspiration, because she's inspired by what we do, but also desperation, because she needs it to happen. Okay. Those 2 things, if you really trust in this business, no matter what you want to achieve, it's all possible. And Sarah's just absolutely got her blinders on. So well done, Sarah. New emeralds. This is super exciting for me. So we've got Sarah, we've also got Claire, Francesca, and Gemma there. So these guys are all in our Level Up mentorship, and we are going to be running Level Up mentorships every single month of next year. And this is really what we're going to be talking about today: intentionality, setting goals, sticking to them, revisiting your goals every single day in a way that is super focused. You can get straight to work and understand why every single day it is fundamental for you to show up in your business. I'm not saying on Christmas Day you're going to complete your tracker top to bottom, right? That just wouldn't be realistic. That would just be effing crazy. But you do need to call yourself out on those days where you're like, do you know what, today it doesn't really matter. Yeah, it does matter, because that is going to be the difference between you hitting your goals and not. And ultimately, guys, this business does not require you to work 7 hours a day in order to be successful. It really doesn't. For you guys, where you are in your businesses, if you really want to be successful, I say 2 solid hours of focus on your business a day, and you are really going to fly with that faith and belief. So Jo is into her 4th week, qualifications diamond. She's got 2 more weeks to hold diamond, and she will be a lifetime diamond. So I know she's really working hard on that. So well done, Jo. Again, I can't give any clarity or confirm anything that I've booked for the spring, because I'm loath to, with what we're going through, particularly now in the UK. It looks as though we're going to be in lockdown again, potentially through January and February. And I'm not going to book this diamond retreat until I know it bloody well will go ahead. But you better bet, guys, if you're diamond, okay, or above, you are going to be on this trip. I'm going to pay for it. And you want to get your backside into the Level Up mentorships that are going to run every month. These are for the guys that are active emerald and hitting Success Club 4 and above, okay? And every single month it's going to restart on that basis, okay? So your spot is not always secured in that Level Up mentorship. And the reason for that is that ultimately you are not going to build your business to build that residual income for your goals if you're not achieving those parameters. So it's going to be really an opportunity to level up. So this is something I'm so excited about. I have got my personal contract here, and this is something that Ollie Ollerton, as I said, shared in his book. Before I go to talk on about the contract, I wanted to talk about something that he actually shared earlier on, and it blew my mind, and I feel as though it could help every single one of you, okay? I don't know which one of you guys do the unstressed meditation that's guided and love and enjoy it and relish it. I definitely do. But I know for some of us, we drift off or we fall asleep because the words, we just end up falling asleep. And I've always personally wondered how to do my own meditation in a space that isn't having to have voices, but I lead it. And I've never, ever heard it explained in a way that makes more sense than the way that Ollie explained it earlier. And I wanted to share it because, guys, this is how you are going to pull in those visions, okay, and those goals, because your vision is your brain believing that it's already happened, okay? And the best place that you can do that, hand on heart, is with meditation. And I've known that for a long time, but always kind of found that piece a bit difficult. So what he says is to get into a meditative state, and you can keep your eyes open or closed. I'm just going to share it. You might want to just write this down. Is you are going to breathe in for 4 seconds, okay? You might want to just write this down because it's super simple, but honestly, I've tried it and it worked. Breathe in for 4 seconds. Hold your breath for 4 seconds and breathe out for 4 seconds, okay? and you repeat that 4 times. Okay. And when you've repeated that 4 times, you should be in a state where your brain has slowed down. That's essentially what that breathing pattern is doing. It's something my mum used to share with me. She'd say, Izzy, just take a deep breath, slow your breath down. That's exactly what it is. It gets your brain to slow down so that all those thoughts about, oh my goodness, I've got this client at 10 a.m. and I've got to go here, you will switch off from them. Okay. And that's getting into that meditative state, which makes a lot of sense. And then he says, you just want to focus. Once you've done that repeat of 4 cycles of what I've just explained, you focus on your vision and your goal, and you envisage it. You envisage it happening. So you literally let yourself envisage it. You can even set an alarm so that you are envisaging it. Maybe you're envisaging it for 5 minutes and you're just thinking it through. But that start of that meditative state with that breathing gets you into that space where you don't feel like you're distracted, and you start to really imagine what it looks like to achieve that goal. Where do you live? What do you, and all of that. And, you know, if you've done Bob Proctor, which I know a lot of you guys have done, Elaine has for sure, he talks about, you know, getting into that state and imagining what your life looks like, smelling it, hearing the sounds. Okay. And I want you guys to try it, because I genuinely believe that with some practice, we can all do it. And I just don't think it's difficult. I just think that's super simple. The instructions are easy to follow, so give it a crack. I'm going to be doing it every day this week and see how I get on. And honestly, like, if I can't get to grips with it, I'll go back to guided meditation. But I just thought it was so great and so aligned with all this vision and goal setting that we've been doing these past 2 calls, that I know some of you guys like, how do you do your morning routine? What do you do? Well, I always meditate, and that's something you can probably do in 5 minutes and can really help you with that vision focusing as well. So when you're writing down your visions and your goals, you've done that meditation. So you're drawing it all in. So the personal contract, and hopefully you guys have all got a pen and paper. If you haven't, please get one, because I'm going to just literally go through it. And this is what Ollie said, and I literally was like, this is genius, and I loved it. And it's so relevant to the season of the year that we're in, and also how we're all feeling about life in general, and it's really going to help us refocus. And it's super simple. So you're going to write at the top, contract. Okay. And I would maybe just write this one as rough, and then you can write the real one on the back. So and then you're going to write your name, on the, and then you're going to write the date. Hereby states my intention of achieving. Okay. And then you're going to write your goal by the date that you intend to achieve it by. Okay. And hopefully, guys, if you have been on the vision and goal setting calls, or you've caught up on them, you are clear on what your goals are for next year and when you want to achieve them by, which makes it very easy then to X on the date, hereby state my intention of achieving the goal and the date. Okay. And you want to write this down, and give my personal promise to follow the program I have designed for myself. Okay, guys, write this down. And give my personal promise to follow the program I have designed for myself. Yeah, I genuinely believe this is going to help you guys so much. So please don't skip this. It's super simple if you just do the task, I promise you. And then this is to complete. And then whatever it is to complete. And I'm going to give my example in a second, but this is to complete.
Izzy, will you just repeat the bit about give my promise? Just so I can get the wording right.
Okay, so and then your name, on, and then today's date. Hereby state my intention of, give my personal promise to follow the program I have designed for myself.
That's it. Thank you.
No worries. This is to complete, and I'm going to go through how I've done it and worked it out for the business, so hopefully it will help you. This is to complete, and just put blank for now. And then the next paragraph, guys, you want to write this down, is for the duration of the program, I will remain focused and disciplined, implementing and executing all my designs to the best of my ability. Are we all good? Do we want me to read that again, anyone? Yeah, okay. So that paragraph should read, for the duration of the program, I will remain focused and disciplined, implementing and executing all my designs to the best of my ability. So that's the longest bit. And then the final bit is the area of my life that I will impact during my personal boot camp will be. And I, as an example, guys, have put health, career, and finances. In fact, I should have put family as well, because that is massively going to impact my family too. Okay. So mine's health, family, career, and finances. And then all you're going to do is sign it off, and you have to get a witness. And what he says is, make sure the witness is going to hold you to that. Make sure the witness is really going to be supportive of the goals and actions that you need to take. And he said, sometimes the people closest in your life aren't going to be that person. Okay. So really think about it. It could be someone else in the team. So I'm just going to read my statement. Charlotte, anyone else? Do you want me to read anything else again? No. So I'm just going to read mine so that you guys can see how I've built it in for the business, because I think it is like that middle part we could not be specific enough, in my opinion. So I, Izzy Bradshaw, on the 18th of December, hereby state my intention of achieving 5-star elite by summit on the 15th of April 2021. Now the reason why that date is me achieving elite by summit, guys, for anyone that's got a summit star diamond goal or a set goal for summit, you will get recognized on stage at summit for the goal that you achieve. You need to start achieving it on the 15th of April, because you have to hold it for 6 weeks. Okay, so that's why it's the 15th of April 2021. Although for you guys who are newer, it might just be, I will have helped X people by Y date, you know. And give my personal promise to follow the program I have designed for myself. This is to complete my tracker every single day, to follow, and you might want to write these down, to follow, you won't want the same numbers because obviously I work a lot more hours than some of you guys, but to follow 75 people per day, to invite 30 people per day, to follow up with 100 people per day, to do weekly calls with my upcoming leaders who are Emerald or above and at SC4, and to lead new coach mentorships once a month, and to hit Success Club 40 each month. Okay. Now you guys are probably thinking that's a lot. Well, I'm punting for a massive goal by the end of the quarter. So guys, I am going to be going for it in the first quarter. That is absolutely what I'm going to be doing. And I'm not going to say that I'm going to be doing those exact numbers for the rest of the year, but that I'm going hard and strong with first quarter, because I don't want to be playing catch up, you know, second half of the year. Okay. So I've put, just for reflection, how many people I'm going to follow, how many people I'm going to invite each day, how many people I'm going to follow up with, and the intentionality with my team, i.e. my upcoming leaders and the new people coming through. Okay. And the final bit, which is, so you've got the paragraph for the duration of the program, nothing changes there. The areas of my life that I will impact during my personal bootcamp will be health, family, career, and finances. And I've signed it off, and guys actually witnessed it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you guys 10 minutes. I'm going to actually, I'm going to stop screen sharing, because in case anyone's got any questions that I haven't seen. Has anyone got any questions on that?
I just missed the last bit, is it, where it was, for the duration of the program, I will remain focused and disciplined in implementing
and executing.
Yeah.
My designs.
To the best of my ability. Is that?
Exactly.
Thank you.
Yeah. And guys, the aim with this and what I love about it is Ollie says read it every morning. So it's on my pin board and I come in and I do my morning routine before my workout and I read it through and it reminds me this is what I need to be doing every day if I'm going to hit that goal I've set myself. So anyone that's letting themselves off the hook consistently, this is going to stare you in the face and tell you, you promised to do this, but this is what you're going to have to do to hit that goal. It's no use us casting this vision and then doing sweet FA or just not doing what we know is required to get there. And again, like as I said last week on the goal setting call, if you're unclear what it's going to take to achieve a goal, please just message me and I'll reply and give you, you know, a vague indication from my own experience of what I believe your numbers should look like. Charlotte, did you want to share yours? Yeah?
Yeah, I can share mine. So I wrote one, but I didn't, like, I've just added in all the little extra bits. So mine is I, Charlotte Curry, on the 20th of December 2020, hereby state my intention that I will be a 1-star diamond coach by the 28th of January and a 2-star diamond by Summit. To achieve this, I need to be doing my business activities every day. I will be connecting with 40 new accounts every day, sending out 25 invites a day, whether they are to a boot camp or to a sneak peek. I am going to recruit at least 3 working coaches a month. I will hit Success Club 14 every month to enable me to build a secure diamond under my account and begin to build under Ross. I will continue to share my passion with others. I will continue to help my new coaches the best way I can. And I promise that I will always work on myself and always learn, always call myself out on my mistakes so I can be the best person I can be. For the duration of the program, I will remain focused and disciplined, blah, blah, blah. And then the area of my life that I will impact during my personal bootcamp will be my health, family, and career.
I love it. And I love that because Charlotte's added different stuff that I didn't add. And that's why I wanted her to do hers as well. So that you guys can start, you know, because what's a priority for me and Charlotte might be very different. What's a priority for you might be very, for some of you guys, you might be less interested on growing your business massive. It might be your own health, right? It might just for now be your own health and earning a little bit of money on the side. And that's okay. But genuinely, guys, if you write this contract and you do this and you look at it every day, I can promise you, like, what you're going to achieve is going to really surprise you. So what we're going to do now, literally, I don't think this is going to take much longer than 5 minutes. I'm going to give you guys 5 minutes to just really like get this written, hopefully. So I'll set the alarm and then off you go. And again, like I said, if anyone's got any questions, just ask away. But this is going to really help us get focused at a time when I think we've all been struggling to get focused. So hopefully it's going to be a task that's going to massively help you guys. Okay, give you guys another couple of minutes. If you've got any questions, just put them in the comments. Okay, so we're going to stop the timer now, and then we're going to do the funnest bit of all, which hopefully you guys have got Prosecco or champagne or something you really love at home that would be a real treat for you. If not, I really heavily encourage you to just go and get yourself this thing, and it's all going to become clear. What we're going to do is you're going to, well, probably half an A4 piece of paper, okay? You're just going to tear it down the middle, okay? Or maybe even smaller, actually, looking at my bottle of Prosecco. And you are going to write on that piece of paper what you are by what date, based on that goal, okay? You are going to write that down now, and you're going to stick it. I'm going to stick it to my Prosecco, okay? So even if you don't have the thing yet, just write the goal, okay? Okay, and then if you've got the thing and you've stuck it on, this is mine, okay? So I am 5-star elite by the 15th of April, 2021. And that is going to sit on my desk or on my windowsill. And the reason why it's going to sit on my desk or my windowsill is that it's going to stare me in the face every single day, okay? And the idea is that you can only open that thing once you've achieved that goal on that date. And what we're going to do as a team is I'm going to share a post, and we are going to all post our bottles of Prosecco or champagne with our goal on for accountability in the team page at the end of this team call, or, you know, as soon as you got your thing, which it may take you guys a few days, so don't worry. Okay. Any questions? How do we all feel? Do we feel a bit more excited, a bit more focused? Hopefully we're feeling a lot more like, hey, do you know what? I have something I can own here in this really uncontrollable world. I can still go for my goals and I can still achieve them. So even for me, like, I've never actually done that myself. And I can tell you, like, I feel way more excited for knowing that I have a plan and a strategy that I can focus on. And hopefully that's really going to help you guys, particularly, and I want to be honest, when you're working full time, which is, let's face it, most of us come into coaching working full time, wanting to build this so that it can become part-time, potentially in our job part-time for a lot of us. And if we don't have things like that we can focus on, that are tangible, that are really quick and easy to look at, to remind us of why we're putting in the work every day, when we are working full time, we can just go, do you know what, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter, because it doesn't matter. And I'll just let it slide. When you remind yourself every day of why you're doing it, and that goal stares you in the face, I can promise you it's going to motivate you guys so much, so much. Charlotte, do you want to add anything?
Just that I can't wait to open this now. This was for Christmas, but hey ho, I can wait a bit longer.
You'll get another one. Yeah, guys, what I'm going to do, I'm going to share mine. Like, don't worry, it doesn't need to be perfect. Mine's like really rough around the edges. I've just slapped the sellotape on now. It doesn't look perfect. That's not the point. It needs to just be a reminder, right? A reminder of why when the days get hard, which inevitably, guys, they do get hard sometimes. They do get hard with coaching sometimes. You need to remind yourself of why you're doing the work. So it doesn't need to be like, I mean, if you're someone that likes things to look super pretty, then that's fine. But mine definitely is just rough around the edges, and I'm going to put it in the team page. So the final thing I just wanted to share is that, let's just go back to the presentation. Oh, what's happened to my Chrome? It's disappeared. So as a team, we achieved Premier, okay? We're so close to being 5-star elite. We were just lacking the diamonds on one side. But I know next year we will achieve this. We literally have Charlotte, Joe, myself on the right, and then Guy on the left. So that's 4. And then Ginny building on the left. And then you guys in Guy's business center or in the second business center, that one I need to update. This is all part of the goal, right? Even if you aren't in that main business center, which is ultimately elite, the road to elite on back office is what you want to look at if you want to understand it. I've gone through it with Charlotte and Joe because they're very much going for elite next year with their goals, and anyone else that wants to go through it with me, I am more than happy to do that. If you make yourself aware to me of who you are, then I'll go through it with you. But, you know, really as a team, just having as many diamond leaders as we can. Like, for me as the leader of the team, that's what I want. I don't want to be one of the few leaders in this team. I don't want the few leaders in this team to just be me, Charlotte, and Joe. I want to welcome as many people into that fold as we can. And I know that that's what Joe and Charlotte want too. And it's not a special, like, exclusive, you know, friendship club. It's based on what people have been doing, on actually putting in the work and achieving those milestones. And that door is open to every single one of you. And I want to remind you of that. Like, next year, the retreat we do, I've got doing that with 8 diamonds. That's what I want. I want to bring more people into the fold, okay? The door is open for you. I am here for you guys. I need to see you putting in the work and achieving those goals. I'm going to let you in. And that's what the joy and beauty of this business is. It's not about sugar, you know, cherry picking people. It's about working with the people who are working, who are doing the work, who are achieving the goals. I'm going to work with every single one of those people doing that. And so are Charlotte, and so are Joe. And I know, like, as a team, we are so excited for 2021. We have some phenomenal leaders. You may not be diamond yet, but you know who you are. You know, new leaders coming through the team, okay? And you might not have achieved much this year in terms of what you wanted to achieve. Do not let that define you, as all of that personal development will tell you. If you are defined by your past history with this business or anything else for that matter, you cannot possibly move forward, okay? Fundamentally, to move forward, to achieve those goals, you have to wipe the slate clean. I'm going to wipe the slate clean. I'm not going to be defined by my previous achievements. My success is going to be defined on what I do in the here and now and the goals that I set myself for the future. And I am no different from you. I am just super intentional, super focused. I get into that headspace. I believe it can happen, and I go for it. And there is no reason why any of you guys cannot achieve whatever goals you want to achieve for this business, whether they're the same as, you know, mine or Charlotte's or anyone else's, or whether they're completely different. Quite frankly, I don't care. I just want you guys to achieve your goals. And I want you guys to know that you have a community here that will support you 100%. We are here for you, and I can't wait for next year. I know we are going to achieve the most insane things next year, and the UK team board is not going to know what's hit them, because it won't just be me up there. It's going to be some of you guys on that board too, and those guys are going to not know what's hit them, seriously. So Charlotte, Joe, do you want to share anything, because as leaders of the team, anything you want to share? No. Okay. Has anyone got any?
I think you've covered everything. Like, literally, just I've got my contract now ready to go on my pin board, and just call yourself out. Like if you've been slacking or whatever, so you're only calling yourself out to you, and just start every day is a new day, and just start fresh the next day, and just go for it. Just share passionately on social media, and just do what you've been doing.
Yeah. Thanks, Charlotte.